Давайте перейдем к следующему нашему докладу. Директор по продажам компании Hiscale Иржи Янига расскажет нам о системе транскодирования и ее применении в телевизионном производстве.
Yeah.
I'm passing table to you.
Okay, thank you very much. So hope you see my screen now.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so I will speak English, but if you want to ask anything in Russian, I think that I can understand немножко. So
Okay.
do not hesitate to ask. So good afternoon to everyone. My name is Jiri Janiga. I am from German company Hiscale, and today I'm going to speak more about our transcoding and workflow systems for managing videos. Just a moment. Okay. So what is Hiscale? Hiscale is still quite new, and I believe that you do not know a lot about Hiscale. We started in Russian-speaking countries almost 2 months ago when we had the first roundtable with TKT, and this is our second time. Unfortunately, because of COVID, I cannot come and. Sorry?
Someone forgotten to close the microphone.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay. So because of COVID, I cannot come and do the on-site presentation. So this is the way how we want to speak to you right now. So Hiscale has two main products. First of them is Flix, which is for transcoding, and the second one is Jobs, which is for video workflow managing. Because we are new and we are German, most of our customers right now are from Germany. But we started also in the United States, where Fox did a selection of 5 systems, and we won like their internal tender for workflow management system, which is our biggest achievement, because as you know, Fox is really a big company and they prefer to stay with us, even a young German company without a lot of references in the United States. The second big fish was France TV, who chooses us for 22 subdivisions of France TV around the whole world. The third one, it's now Spanish TV, where we are going to install our cloud Flix, and this Spanish TV in Barcelona is going to use all the services only from cloud. First, I would like to speak a bit about Flix. So why Flix? Why transcoder? We didn't invent a wheel. So transcoders were here, they are here, and there is FFmpeg, which is almost free of charge if you need some changes. There is Telestream, who is perfect, almost for some people, but it's very expensive. So we started with Flix because we wanted a bit different approach in transcoding. So, and this approach started from our background, where my colleagues used to work in media asset management in Arvato, and they found that whatever change when you do in your workflow takes still a lot of time. So you need to contact the vendor, you need to get the approval for the change. The vendor needs some time because he is busy and so on. So my colleagues were unhappy in this approach, because then you as a customer, you need almost immediate changes and you do not want to wait a couple of weeks or months. So we came with solution which is more customizable by the customer than by us. So always you can call us, we can do the changes. Or if you have a developer, the developer can do the changes immediately and try just escape and integrate your new system. Or if you need to replace a system, integrate it immediately in your workflow. So with Flex, we started in 2016 with the idea everything is going to cloud, of course, but we almost immediately failed because everything went to cloud, but broadcasters were not ready, and we needed to change it to on-premise solution. So in 2017, we sold a couple of systems on-premise. Customers were happy. In now 2021, we see that customers still want to stay with the on-premise solution, but let's say the backups or the other systems they think to have in cloud. So our solution, which we sell right now, it's mainly the main solution. It's on site, and the backup it's in the cloud. So we have the hybrid solution, which you can switch within 1 second, and you can continue. What is the future? We think that it's gonna be clouds because a couple of big customers as Discovery and Disney, they already talk about cloud. They move there some services, some equipment. We do not feel it a lot, but there are mainly questions about cloud, if we can work only in cloud without the installation on premise. Yes, we can, because we started with this. So then the main reason why we started with transcoding, even transcoding was already here, was the scaling issues. So you really do not know how many transcoders you need, and you do not want to spend a lot of money for transcoders if you do not use them. So there are always some peaks like Olympic Games, sport events, elections, and other events which you need to transcode, but you have, for example, 5 transcoders, and for these events you need 2 or 3 transcoders more. But do you want to pay these 2 or 3 licenses more if you do not use them the whole time? It's quite a lot of money, and then the transcoders are there, so you do not use them. So we started with this solution where we wanted to have scalable solution for the customers, so that they have their 5 transcoders, and if they need for 2 weeks more, they can just use ones which are in the cloud, and they pay just only for these 2 weeks for the transcoders. Or you can share your transcoders farm in your facility. So for example, you can have 1 facility in Moscow, 1 facility in St. Petersburg, and you can share the resources, because our system can communicate with both facilities and check if your transcoders are available. So you can just move the content there, transcode it, and move it back. So what you can do with Flex, there are 4 things which you can do. So the first one is the typical broadcast workflow, which is for high-res transcoding, generating proxy, keyframe transcoding. And the second one is live ingest workflow, where we are connected to media asset management from Avid. We can do live recording and immediately transcoding to your given format. We do video on demand workflows, so adaptive bitrate encoding, packaging to HLS, dash, whatever, encryption, and then OTT live workflow, where we can 24/7 do live encoding for some events. We can stream to social media. What is very important that we have independent platform. So we do not sell the hardware. We do not sell any iron which you need to use. So you can choose your preferable Dell or HP or other servers. You can use it in a virtual part of your servers. We do not care about CPU. So if you use Intel, if you use AMD, what is cheaper for you, you can use it. We recommend to use for acceleration GPU NVIDIA Tesla T4 because you have a good experience, but you can use whichever NVIDIA card you have. Very important are processing filters, and one of the most important, and mainly for sports TV stations, it's necessary to have frame rate conversion. So this frame rate conversion we have plugin from English InSync company, which is a leader in frame rate conversion with motion compensation. And for example, this plugin was chosen by German national broadcasters for the Olympic Games in Tokyo. So all the signal was converted by our Flix with this plugin. The second interesting filter is Level Magic by Junger Audio. It's for loudness correction and measurement. I would like to show also the system so that you can understand what I'm talking about. So because we started in 2016, the system is completely new, it's fresh, it's easy to use. You can change the layout. This is Flix, so I can see the cluster. I can see that here I have my Flix. I have manager where you do all the settings. So you set up a Flix, how should behavior behave when there are some changes. I have one local pool which has 2 transcoders with 4 slots. So you can have local 1 which could be in Moscow, you can have local 2 which will be in St. Petersburg, and then when your transcoders are busy in Moscow, we can automatically send the transcode, the content to transcoders in St. Petersburg and back. I have here also cloud. That means that if there is some, if there is a huge queue of content which you need to transcode, we can automatically switch the cloud, which could be in Yandex, it could be in Alibaba, Azure, Amazon. So it's up to you which cloud you use, where you have better conditions. Or we can set up a new virtual place in your facility, which you can use. For example, some customers, they use Avid editors because if they do not use them and they are available, they prefer to skip there. Then on the dashboard, you can see the queue which I have. You can see how many active transcoders you have. You can see how many tasks you have done within one day. Also, I can skip to Flix Live, where you can see the channels. So I have just only one active. If I click on the channel, I can see it live. You can see the loudness, the audio, and you can adjust what you need here. So in the configuration tool, you have the pools. So that means the cloud, local 1 in Moscow, local 2. You have storage, where you define how the streams or files go in and out. you can set up the profiles. So for all video and audio codecs, and also which container you want to use. And then there is a template which you choose for each transcoding which you are going to do. In this template, you can also say if you want just file template, or if you want a VOD template, which with some filters or packages like Dash or HLS, Smooth, TS, and so on. So I go back. So key benefits of this Flix, it's that you have transcoding cluster, or you have Flix Solo, which is a standalone solution for transcoders. You have cloud native platform independent solution. So we started in cloud, so our solution is absolutely ready for cloud. We didn't come from some legacy system and now trying to change it. So what you use in your facility, the same system you use in cloud if you need it. There is no license cost for the operating system. We work on Linux, and if you need to set up a new instance, so you just set up it and you do not need to pay extra money for new Windows installation. The best is the easy integration, which you can do yourself without our help. So if you have one developer who knows JavaScript, he can build a lot of integrations with your system, with your workflow system, with your media asset management system, and so on. I would like to just ask how many minutes I have, because I do not want to go longer.
Actually, you still have maybe 3-4 minutes, and also we'll have some questions, hopefully.
Okay, so I will go very fast through jobs. So jobs is our workflow management system. Why we started with this? Again, my colleagues are coming from media asset management, where they were absolutely unhappy that the customer, they installed the media asset management system for almost 2 years, and then the customer needed some changes, and it took a lot of time to do the changes, and it cost to the customer a lot of money. So they came with a solution which is workflow management. It's not media asset management. We do not describe metadata and so on, but we really move only with the files in the TV station. So we send it from ingest to patent to quality control and so on. So the system is the same like Flix. It's built that you can do a lot of JavaScripts, and you can integrate it to your own system. So if you need to do integration in 1 or 2 days to a new system, you can do it yourself. Of course, you can still call to us and we can do it. But if you have an experienced developer in JavaScript, he can do the integration. It's web-based application. You do not need to communicate, you do not need to work with our system, actually. You do not need to go to our interface. But what we do for Fox and other customers, we integrated their Slack systems, we integrated their Microsoft Teams, and they get all the information to their messengers, and they have also buttons there where they can say what should be done with the given file. So, for example, in Fox, they have a couple of departments who are responsible for VOD content, for live ingest and file. And each of the department has its own channel, and people are just watching the Slack and saying what should happen with the files, because there can be some error and they can check it. So they do not go to the interface at all. As I mentioned, it's not a media asset management. And again, 20 hours of your people working in our system, like of your developers, can save you thousands of euros, because if you calculate that usually the man day rate, it's like 1,200 euro for some integration. Your people can do it easily and without any additional cost. You already pay them. We are already integrated to many systems, like even Telestream, who is our competitor, to Harmonic, Aspera, Intera, and so on. So some integrations are already done. I think that I will skip this. I will just say about one our use case. So for a German customer who wanted to have mobile application where his reporters can upload video to our workflow system, and we move the file through the complete through the whole TV station and just save it for transmission. So we developed a mobile application. We upload the video. We do the rotation. We check the format, which is it, and then we send it to our system. The second one, it's from Fox, where they use the Slack. So we get the files from Vidispine. We do the analysis, and we follow the workflow. And if there are any errors, any issues, we just send it to Slack. So I think that there is no more time for demo, but just only very, very fast. I even do not have it here. Okay, so it doesn't make sense to show it if we do not have time. I can show it later on if you would like to see it, or just ask me for the bigger presentation. I do not know if NatExpo is coming, because I heard that in Russia the situation with COVID is not the best, but if there is NatExpo, I would like to come to Moscow and do the on-site presentations.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Jiri, for the nice presentation. And actually, I got a few questions to you, if you don't mind. And also, hopefully, that our colleagues will also have some questions. So, okay. Regarding the cloud-based solutions, as you know, the couple of main concerns for the cloud-based things are the possibility of leaking some materials that are especially dangerous for all the premieres when you send it somewhere, and who knows, maybe some pirates will take this material and put on torrents, and you will lose a lot of money. So the main concern is, how do you protect all the communications between your clients and your cloud solution? And the second concern is the availability of some cloud platforms, because at some specific countries, including Russia, where you could have problems when you host your solution somewhere abroad. So did you understood you right that you can use any cloud, for example, Yandex Cloud, Mail.ru Cloud, so it could be any cloud solution specific to some countries, right?
Yes, so I think that there is the answer for both your questions. So we support most of the biggest clouds now, which are like Yandex, like Alibaba, Amazon, and so on, but also your own cloud. So we understand that you want to protect your data and you do not want to send it to Amazon's cloud, and it makes sense. But also your IT department can have their own cloud solution, which can be accessible from the whole world and protected by your IT security. So we can integrate it to your own cloud, or we can integrate it to whatever cloud around the world. And we expect that each country has its preferred cloud solution, which is the most stable and fastest for the given country. So yeah, it could be Yandex in this case in Russia.
I see. And as far as I understood, your transcoding solution can support both files and live streams. Because usually we encounter some video compression system dedicated for live streams and some file transcoding solutions. But if your solution can support both of those formats, live and files and streams.
Both of them are now in cluster as well, so more scalable. Both of them they are able to do this frame rate conversion with motion compensation. And the last thing which we are implementing, which we missed for a long time, is SDI. So right now there are the final tests. So our solution in 1 or 2 weeks will support SDI and NDI. And till the end of this year, we should have also IP 2110. So this was the most typical questions, because still people like to work on premise, and we are quite happy that that we can finish it. So now we just have tested the solution on Blackmagic, but we will support also Aja and one card more. So in 1 month it should be already done. And for IBC, if there is IBC, we show it.
Okay, cool. And what about the SDI over IP, SMT 2022.6? Will you support it, or will you consider it as like obsolete format?
No, we still think about it. So for our goal, it's right now NDI and SDI, because it's the very similar development for us. And then we will start with IP, and we still think which one. So 2110 for sure. And you know, once we develop one protocol, then it will be easier to come with second protocol which is similar. So I think that what I understand, we want to start with one and then do research from our customers if they need anything else, if we should develop it or not, or if they are happy with 2110.
I see. In case you're going to support hardware SDI input models, input-output models, then I guess it would be quite simple to implement SDI over IP, because the internal structure of the signals is about the same.
Yeah.
Well, and another question is more like curiosity based. What kind of integration you have with Telestream? Because we are using Telestream solution on premise, and just wondering what kind of cooperation could be between two competitors.
Actually, with Telestream, we have quite good integration through our jobs system, the workflow management system. For example, we did a project for one German customer. They used to have a carbon coder for transcoder, and they wanted to change it for Telestream. And but their old media asset management system was not able to change. So they asked us if we can use our workflow system like a middle layer, so that the media asset management communicates to us, and we have an adapter, and we communicate to Telestream. Telestream communicates to us, and we communicate to media asset management. So the customer in the end didn't spend any money on the MAM system, even with the new integration, which is usually quite expensive, as you know, if you want to change something in media asset management, which is huge, like Dalet, Arvato, and so on. But he just spent some of our time for this adapter. So this is one of them. The second, it's normally for this video workflow system that we send the files through the whole workflow, and we communicate with Baton, for example, then we send it to transcoder, telestream, Vantage, and we get back then we send it somewhere else. So yeah, even it's our competitor, because, you know, I do not want to say anything bad, anything good about telestream. I think it's really good system. Some people have issues in some workflows with telestream, and in some cases we can much fit in your workflow than telestream, and in some cases telestream can be much better for you. So then you can use both systems, but you need a manager above these systems and communicates with them, and it can be jobs.
I see. Thank you very much. That's interesting. Let me check if our colleagues have some questions.
Yep.
Коллеги, есть ли у вас какие-нибудь вопросы для Jiri? Well, it seems that there are no any more questions. Maybe I have one. I noticed that you mentioned about Avid media asset management support, but does it mean you have some better integration with Avid than with any other MEM solution, or what's the case?
It's no. We are integrated to Arvato systems, to Dalet, if I know. Just only with Avid, it's not easy to integrate devices from Avid. Sometimes, or in the past, it was quite difficult. But now we even building the integration with Interplay, which is quite interesting because Avid provide us some SDK of their interfaces, so some solution, and many people usually ask about Avid, so that's why I mention it in the presentation.
I see. Okay, I just wanted to know this because we are using different MEM system, namely Dalet. So yeah, for us it would be good to know that you also have some integration with Dalet.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for a nice presentation. Hopefully that we raised some interest to your solution with this roundtable, and we'll be happy to see you some of the next times. Also, if or when you will come to Russia, it would be nice to meet you personally and maybe to have some presentation.
I hope so. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yes, see you.